right, well, that's got to mean one thing. Seinfeld theme playing right now in studio with us. Incredibly excited to welcome Steve Hytner into the 97.1 studio. Steve, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Oh, it is a pleasure to be here. What was I going to say? Oh, when I was coming into the studio, I couldn't find my glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just that guy coming in and not saying hello to anybody, just going, I can't find my glasses.
But the good news is you found them in your pocket.
These are exciting times.
These are exciting times.
What a day. We're all having a great time.
God is good.
Well, you're in the right place for sure. Steve, you're at the Funny Bone tonight at the streets of St. Charles. Are you familiar with the St. Louis area? Do you have any familiarity with your surroundings here?
Let's say no.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Did you see the arch?
No, I did not see the arch.
Okay, you're gonna want to see the arch.
It's a work trip for me. Yeah, I'm not really doing any touristy things.
Just drive past it. That's what we do.
Oh, is that what you do?
Yeah.
Can you go up the arch?
You sure can.
Oh yeah, is that a good thing?
I did it once when I was a baby and never had an interest to go back up. You got to get in this little like egg type of.
Oh no,
thing.
that's a no.
No.
I don't get in eggs.
Yes.
Is that wrong?
You do. The egg goes up though, and then you're birthed out of it.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's actually kind of real.
Yeah.
So
it's like childbirth.
We're excited to have you here in St. Louis.
Yeah.
You are Kenny Bania. Is that the biggest? Is that the biggest thing that you get recognized for, Seinfeld?
Well, I've been really fortunate. I've done, hundreds of films and TV shows and really had a really great run. But, Seinfeld's an 800-pound gorilla.
Yeah.
It just is, So I just accept it. For me, like, if I walk out my front door, somebody's going to scream, "That's gold, Jerry!"
Yeah.
Right?
Now, do you love that?
Well, I like that better than, like, they'll say, "Soup's not a meal." Which is fine. What I don't like is when there's a question to it. Like, hey, did you ever get that suit back?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, you know what? It's a fictional program.
Yeah. I hate to break it to you.
It's fake, okay? Fake.
So I watched several interviews of yours that you've done. You talk about.
I'm so sorry.
No, it was a pleasure to get to know you a little bit more before we get to know you a little bit more here in person. Before you were at the streets of St. Charles, Funny Bone tonight. Tickets available at stlewisfunnybone.com.
Sell it.
That's why. That's what I'm here for, Steve. You approached the audition for Kenny Bania in a way that was different than everybody else who you could hear.
Yeah.
Doing this. Tell us that story.
Okay, so it was not the first time I had auditioned for Seinfeld. I had auditioned for other roles that I didn't get. And then Seinfeld fans are, fanatical. They're like, oh my God, Bania auditioned for other roles. What were those roles?
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is I don't really remember all three of them. I remember one of them when Kramer had the scent of the beach. And there was a guy who had that fragrance company. I had an audition for that, but that wasn't going to matter. But to your question, so... reason I mentioned that is now this is like my third or fourth time auditioning for the show. Clearly they're interested in me, but I just haven't nailed it. And now I'm auditioning for this role of Bania. And the walls are thin. You can hear other people auditioning. You're not trying to, but you can. And so all it said was the most annoying person in the world, right? So they were all doing it angry, like, hey, I gave you a suit. You owe me. And it's just doing angry. And I was like, I don't think angry can be funny that long.
Yeah.
It can be funny for a minute.
Yeah.
Right? And so then on a dime, I was like, oh, what if he's annoying because he adores Jerry? And then, like, people were like, well, that was the character. I was like, well, no, it wasn't the character.
Yeah.
So so Larry and Jerry are in the room, and they've been hearing guys doing, hey, for like an hour and a half. And I walked in, and I went, hey, Jerry! And they lost their minds. And I was like, I got this one.
Yeah, something unexpected.
I got this one.
So then that character had a bit of a recurring presence.
Yeah.
And is that all organic?
Yeah, I mean, organic in a way, but Jerry treated that show like his baby. Like, if you had a great episode, but he didn't think you were a good person, you weren't coming back.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, you just weren't. Like, so that circle of characters that I was lucky enough to be a part of, not only of good actors, but good people.
Yeah.
Because Jerry created that. So
is that why it's so successful? Is that a big part of it because the way he protected it?
I think so. He didn't want to do season 10 because he was determined to go out as the #1 show in the world.
Yeah.
And that was important to him. So like, he treated that show more than just a business. So it was just amazing to be part of that group.
Yeah, it's a blessing, and when I'm telling people Steve Hytner's coming in the studio, even around here, there's a buzz. People are so excited to see you and to meet you. So we're really excited to have you here in St. Louis. You've also been in shows like Mike and Molly, Friends, also.
Friends, I did Friends. Yes, I did them all. I'm quite the whore.
There you go. As long
That's what we've heard.
Yeah, that's why everybody was so excited to see you, Steve. So, when you're auditioning for these roles and you're on all these different shows, are they all the same from your perspective coming in and playing a part role? Is it different depending on what show you're on?
I mean, it's different in whether it's a comedy or not. I mean, there's certainly being on Seinfeld and being Bania has been a positive, but it's also like it hurts some of my dramatic auditions back then. Like I'd been in rooms where it's a really dramatic role and I know I'm killing it. I can feel I'm killing it, but you can also feel the room. Like, can we really cast Kenny Bania in this part?
Yeah,
and you feel that.
So you get a little boxed in.
Yeah, so a little bit, but it's still better than not, So, but I had a bunch of shows. I was recurring on 2.5 Men when I was the plastic surgeon. Whenever anybody had plastic surgery, and on that show, quite a bit.
Yeah,
I played Dr. Shankman, and my line was, "Yeah, those are Shankmans."
All right. So we got Steve Hytner in studio with us right now. You've performed in many different shows, but you also obviously do stand up. You're doing it here at the Streets of St. Charles tonight at 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. stlewisfunnybone.com to grab your tickets right now. A lot of those shows, was Seinfeld in front of a live audience?
Yes, it was.
Friends was certainly.
Friends wasn't. Yeah, that was old school 4-camera.
Are they still doing that?
More and more shows are single camera now. So when it's single camera, it shoots like a movie. You only come in on the days that you're shooting and stuff. Whereas the 4-camera live audience was like a play. You'd rehearse it all week, just yourselves rehearsing or changing it, rehearsing it, and then in front of the studio audience.
I was just watching Actors on Actors, which is I think a variety YouTube production, and it was Jennifer Aniston and Lisa Kudrow, and there was a part in there where they were talking about missing 4-camera and being and putting themselves in front of a live studio audience, and how, I mean, they are comedians as well, how you would go out and you deliver something and it would kill the audience, and then maybe the next time you do it even better, but the audience laughter was better in the other take.
Yeah.
So it's just very on your toes.
Well, if you want to get into it a little bit, the 4-camera is a challenge in this way because those cameras are up your nose. Like you can have a close-up where they're tight on you, but there's a studio audience that's like, I don't know, the furthest person is maybe half a football field away from the furthest people.
Yeah.
And as an performer, you tend to perform to the furthest person in the room. So now the work you're doing is super huge, and the camera's real tight. So it didn't really affect Bania because that character was enormous anyway. Actually, I can tell you a story about that. When I booked Bania, they couldn't stop laughing. Like I had seen in the diner, the 4 of them are in the booth, and they can't keep a straight face while we're rehearsing all week. And I say the day before the taping, I go, you know what? With the 4 of them sitting there, I go, I'm getting nervous. I think I need to pull this character back a little bit. And they're like, no, please don't pull the character back. I go, well, look, this is the #1 show in the world. If I do a character too large on Seinfeld, I mean, I'm pretty much screwed.
Yeah.
Right? And Jerry was like, please, just don't pull it back at all. We do the opening scene. I walk into the diner. Hey, Jerry! And the audience goes crazy like they've known the character forever. And Jerry, because he could turn up stage away from the audience, turns up stage and mouths to me, I told you.
What's it like to work with some of these? I mean, you've been around a lot of different shows, but what's it like to work with some of these? These are like Mount Rushmore comedians that you've been associated with.
It is, but the most amazing for me was I was in a movie called In the Line of Fire with Clint Eastwood. And now when you're doing a scene with Clint Eastwood, you're like, okay. And the scenes we had together were screaming at each other. So it's a thing where in the Line of Fire, I'm trying to get him to keep Malkovich on the phone longer, and I'm FBI trying to, and he can't keep him on the phone longer. And so we have a couple of scenes where just me and Clint screaming at each other.
That's so cool to be able to say.
I know, right?
That's
and you
so cool.
It's just a pinch me, man. This is what it's all about.
Yeah. Can you stick around for another segment?
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep it right here. Steve Hytner in studio with us right now. Actor, yes, Kenny Bania, but obviously many, many other roles to this career. But he is going to be ours for the evening at the Streets of St. Charles, the Funny Bone there. Go grab your tickets before they're gone. I would hate for you to miss this opportunity to see one of the comedian legends around a bunch of different of the shows that you've been watching them. stlewisfunnybone.com. Grab your tickets before they're gone. We'll be back with more with Steve Hytner in studio next. Back to the Annie Frey Show. Steve Hytner in studio with us, but he'll be at the Streets of St. Charles tonight at 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. tomorrow, June 6th at 6 and 8:30 p.m. You're going to want to get your tickets at stlewisfunnybone.com. Steve, it is a pleasure to have you in here. People are pretty pumped to see you in our studio.
Oh, it's going to be really fun tonight too. We had a great show last night. There were some bikers.
Oh yeah,
there last night. And they were like, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Are we going to ride with us?" I'm like, "Oh, gentlemen,
we ride it down."
Here's the thing, you guys don't know me, but I'll be very honest.
Are you biker material?
I could never get a motorcycle.
No.
If I ever got a motorcycle, it wouldn't even be two conversations. It would just be, "Hey, did you hear Steve got a motorcycle? He's been hurt."
Yeah. Okay, so you're talking about motorcycles.
Is there still a primal desire, though, to want to be that guy, even though you aren't?
Well, I mean, everybody wants to wear chaps with kind of an assless look there. Who doesn't have that desire? No, I don't.
That's true.
I have no want.
No.
I would fall. I'd be driving it off the lot, go down, and if they sell enough candy bars.
Who are all the people? Wild Hogs, that movie with who was all?
No,
in Wild
he wasn't
Hogs?
in that one.
No,
He can't ride a motorcycle.
Well, William H. Macy.
Yeah.
Was kind of that guy in that movie Wild Hogs, but
he's a great actor.
He's very funny.
He's
really really good at the comedy. You said in the break here that you're going to do some Did you say off-Broadway?
We're doing an off-Broadway musical, a comedic musical. And but that's not going to be till late fall, maybe even the winter. But it's based on a true story. So I like to, at this point, ask people if they remember the story. And a lot of people do. So it's based on something that happened in 2006. Do you remember when there was a female astronaut that was getting cheated on with her astronaut boyfriend, and she drove from Houston to Tampa with a diaper on because she didn't want to get pulled? I didn't want to stop. It was this insane story. This is a musical based on that experience.
Oh man!
Wow!
And it is so funny. And we already did a staged reading of it and got the money we need to do it. And even an off-Broadway show, we need $1.5 million. It's crazy, how everything is, but it's happening. And so you remember that story?
I remember the story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
isn't that crazy?
Oh, it was wild. She drove. It was along the Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
And just got to Florida, and then the authorities intercepted her.
Yeah,
before
she got pulled
to him.
over and stuff. But I love the idea. It's she's treating it like she's going to Mars. She's wearing underwear.
She's on a mission.
You can stop and go to the bathroom on that drive. I've done it.
Yeah, you probably to get thirsty, want to get a snack.
You're going to save 5 minutes.
Can you make that drive on a single tank of gas?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, she really wanted to get to that
I just
girl.
like the way it feels.
Exactly.
Makes me look good.
I feel like I'm in space.
If you're doing musicals, you're doing stand-up, you're doing comedy shows, you're yelling at Clint Eastwood. You've got this massive career going. Did you know at an early age, I was born to do this? Did you kind of find yourself entertaining people? And
That's a good question.
I kind of like that. I kind of like the way this feels.
I have an answer for that. A lot of people want to hear a very artistic story or answer to that, but I'm a sports fanatic. I'm a huge sports. I had a sports podcast for 3 years during the pandemic. So I'm a nut for sports. My friend Michael, a year older than me in high school, did a play, and everybody thought he was hilarious. And my sports thing kicked in, and I'm like, I'm funnier than he is. And that was the germ. That was it right there. I'm funnier than he is.
It's kind of like a drug.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to? We entertain people here, even if we're talking about news or politics, some of the most dumpster fire types of things. But the feedback that I get from this show is if we make people laugh or if we make them feel like they're familiar.
Yeah.
If they feel like they've got a group here that you can go through life with, then that's what makes me come back to work every day. Is you feel like you're giving somebody the opportunity to smile when maybe the rest of everything wouldn't.
And and a smile is one of the things. But with you guys, people listen, and an event happens. They want to hear your take on it. They want to hear what you have to say about it. And it's like a living room, and that's what's great. But yeah, that got me started on acting and stuff. And then all of a sudden, it's just bing, 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 and the rest all just kind of happened. But
well, that's what I was going to ask you, Steve. Is you've done so much dramatic acting and comedy. And you're still doing it. I mean, you're doing stand-up right now at Streets of St. Charles, and then you're talking about doing this off-Broadway play, which I guess is comedy. But did you come up trying to become a comedian or an actor?
No, I was much more serious. I studied with, when I moved into Manhattan, I studied with some legendary teachers, Uta Hagen, Sanford Meisner. These were kind of like the legend teachers, but they were just the teachers at the time, and I happened to be studying with them. So through studying with them, I was pretty serious about it. But then in the I'm so old, in the early 80s, all of a sudden these stand-up blew up. And there were all these stages in Manhattan. And my acting career wasn't really moving that fast at that time. I was like 22. Mm-hmm. And so there were all these stages. And my friend's like, well, why don't you try stand-up? You never shut up.
Might as well do it up there on the stage.
So I was like, all right, bet.
I love that you said bet. I had teenagers. Did you say that in the 80s? It's the OG bet guy.
I'm keeping things fresh.
Yeah. I think that's something that Kenny Bania would say
yeah, exactly.
in 2026 Seinfeld.
Okay, bet.
Steve Hytner in studio with us. You can see him on stage at the Streets of St. Charles Funny Bone tonight and tomorrow. Go to stlewisfunnybone.com for your tickets. How quickly can you walk up, take that stage doing stand-up and know this is going to be a great night or this is going to be a rough one?
Well, I just go up with the understanding it's going to be a great night. Mm-hmm. And then if some things try and get in the way, that's when you're a stand-up. If you get up there and tell your jokes and everybody laughs at every joke, you go, hey, look at me, I'm a stand-up. No, that's not stand-up. Stand-up is when it's not going that way and you steer it.
You reel it in.
Oh, yeah, you steer it back. That's stand-up.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a challenge. I mean, I would think that in my mind, if that were happening, I would consider it a challenge, almost like a sporting event where I have to meet this moment. I don't know what's going to happen, but I've got the play ready for whatever they're going to throw at me. I'm going to throw it back even harder.
And that's the joy of stand-up. Look, acting, I love acting, but working with 100 different people, with other actors, hair and makeup, wardrobe, sets. It's the most collaborative art form there is. Stand-up is the least collaborative art form. It's just you. Right?
Live or die.
Yeah, I'm the writer, the talent, the director, and so I like that thing of like, okay, let's see how this goes. And the audience will throw you, people are fascinated by hecklers. Oh, what do you do when you get a heckler? Like, if you're good, you don't get that many hecklers because they're basically bullies looking for chum in the water.
The audience is on your side when the hecklers, they want you to succeed,
right?
And they want to watch you put them in their place.
So the first thing I do is don't shut them up. Let them talk.
Yeah.
let
them keep digging.
Yeah, just
and then you'll
keep
be like,
going.
there it is.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an idiot.
Amen to that.
Do comedians make better actors?
No, because
they always say, well, if you can do comedy, you can do acting. But if you can do acting, you can't necessarily do comedy.
Okay, I don't want to get too in the weeds with it, but the difference...
Go for it.
We love them.
Well, that got awkward.
Weeds.
But acting, you're trying to be pure every time. Don't lean on certain tricks and whatnot. You want to just be really in the moment. Stand up, you are vaudeville. You are hitting every trick you can possibly find just to keep the audience laughing. So they're kind of different art forms. But I do say, if you look at history, comedians do play great bad guys. If you look at that, the amount of times that a comedian
what's the characteristic that translates there?
I just think look. Have you ever met a comedian?
Well, I met one. He couldn't find his glasses.
Yeah. Would you let it go?
It's the first thing you talked about when I said it's a good thing this happened off the air, and it is the first thing you said. I thought it was fair game.
As soon as you said good thing is said it off the air, I was like, I'm opening with it.
I was the heckler there. Did you see that?
She was the heckler. Let her talk.
I feel like there is a level of intelligence that comedians probably don't really get credit for.
I would agree with that.
It seems like being funny is kind of, if you've got the path, if you're in school and you could be smart or you can be funny.
Yeah.
It's not, I think funny is kind of next level. To your point, a little devious kind of smart.
Yes, and also if you talk about the acting side of it, comedy is so disrespected. Like all the awards go to the dramas and whatnot. You can fix anybody's performance of a drama in editing. You cannot fix comedy in editing.
You can't make not
ruin
funny
you can
funny.
ruin it.
Yeah.
You can ruin it, but you can't make not funny funny.
Yeah.
So that that's a major difference there too. But
If you were going to win any award in entertainment, what one would you like to win?
wow, listen to you. I would like. You know what? I think my career went in a certain way that I would love that great Emmy supporting actor in a comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of where my career kind of led anyway. And just I've worked. I mean, I worked with Jason. George Costanza is in the top 3 sitcom characters in history.
Yeah.
And just to work with him and watch that, and I just know how hard the art form of comedy is, because it's got to be funny every time.
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
I think it's interesting too that you're saying is coming on as that like supporting actor role when you're going in and doing Bania for the first time, and you're like, gosh, I don't want to make this too big,
Right?
Because you're respecting what you were inserting yourself into. I find it really interesting that when people talk about Seinfeld the show, I mean, obviously they're going to talk about Jerry Seinfeld, but it's all the characters. It's who Jerry gets to be Jerry with and to
and Jerry's,
that make him
and Jerry's
Seinfeld.
ability to be confident and let these characters have that space and that. And here's an interesting thing that people are shocked by. You know how many episodes Bania did?
How many?
7.
7.
You know how many episodes Putty did? 10.
Oh, wow. Yours were spread out more, though, weren't they?
I was over 4 years, and we were similar in where they
Really?
were spread out. But you would think, people thought, I thought you did like 30 episodes. I thought Putty did like 40 episodes.
Well, you were that big.
Yeah, right.
In those 7 episodes, you knew what Jerry said.
But it's amazing that those characters didn't do as many episodes as people think in their mind. They just kind of stuck.
Yeah, and you left your fingerprints on it. And again, that reflects on the guy whose name is on the show because you gave him an opportunity to do what he does even better.
Yeah, and the guy whose name on the show, I'd say a story about that. My dad, Brooklyn guy, born and raised Brooklyn, and when Seinfeld was happening, mostly when it was going off the air, it was a big brouhaha. And this is what my dad would always say, no matter how many times I corrected him, he'd always go, "Thank God for that Seinfeld show." I'm like, all right, Dad.
That's great. Well, Steve Hytner, it's been an honor to have you in the studio with us. Thanks
It's
for
been
your
fun.
time.
Thanks for having me.
I encourage everyone to go get your tickets before they're gone for tonight's show at the Streets of St. Charles Funny Bone, 7:30 and 9:30 this evening, if tickets are still available, and tomorrow, June 6th, at 6 p.m. and 8:30 p.m., go to the air show in the day and then go to one of the night shows at the Funny Bone. We got the Blue Angels in town this weekend
Really?
in Chesterfield.
Okay, so before I walk out of the room, just one last thing. If I do leave my glasses here, you'll get them to me?
One way or another.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'll hold them hostage. I know how important they are to you. SDLewisFunnyBone.com. Get your tickets. We'll be right back.